What's up, guys? We've got the weekend event Robo Rumble this weekend, and I'm going to show off a little bit of 8-bit gameplay. And my whole goal was to find a party with Pam, just to kind of show you guys how easy it is to go over 6 minutes when you have the combination of 8-bit and Pam. I know there's a lot of people out there who try to spam for as many Pams as possible to make it as easy as possible. That being said, I don't know that it's necessarily something you have to do to really capitalize and go over 6 minutes for this event mode. So we're off to a relatively slow start. In all honesty, I wish we had something other than a Shelly to kind of complement this, but Shelly's knockback is going to be relatively nice as long as she interrupts the boss when the turrets come out. So it's great to have the combination of 8-bit and Pam. It would be even better if she actually had the damage dealing turret instead of her AoE heal, but we got a level 10 Pam, so I will take it, especially in a completely random weekend event mode. Alright, so we're about a minute in right now. We still haven't faced that first boss, but we're about to. And I finally got my special ready. Pam doesn't have hers yet, and this Pam is kind of concerning me, considering the fact that I feel like she keeps going AFK, but yep, just kind of standing there, almost like it's like a very non-smart AI. Anyway, the extra damage boost from 8-bit is just really, really nice, and as you can see, I used extra life as my star power on this one, mainly because my goal is to stay alive as long as possible so that when shit starts to hit the fan later on, I can capitalize and hopefully have an insta spawn later in the match and maybe squeeze out a couple extra seconds, sometimes completely save the safe altogether. As far as this Pam's concerned, I'm not too sure again where their head's at, but yeah, just kind of standing there again. That's okay. It's still early. Maybe she'll come alive a little bit later. All right, these guys are still relatively easy. Doesn't even matter if you have a lower 8-bit. As long as you stand in your damage boost, you should be still be able to put out significant damage considering the fact that you're against AI. Not a lot of aiming needed. You can pretty much just tap at this point in time. Again, this Pam's just kind of standing around getting pelted from a distance, so I am not quite sure, but really I only really wanted her for her turret anyway. The problem is, though, that later on I'm going to need her to do some stuff. Alright, we're getting close to the next big boss here, and it's going to start to heat up. Shelly's doing a pretty good job. She's pretty active overall, so I can't complain too much. I just don't understand why this Pam just keeps standing here. All that being said, we're going at a good clip, 3 minutes in. The Shelly seems pretty on top of things. Pam's in the mix now, tanking the turrets or the rockets for whatever reason, not sure, and made quick work of the second wave for the boss. So I dropped my power turret up here just because I'm close enough to the point where I'm about to get another one, and then I'm going to stack onto to Pam's healing AoE turret as soon as I get another one up. As you can see, it's been pretty lazy so far, even with Pam being relatively inactive to this point in time. It's been, we're going on 4 minutes, and it's been not chaotic whatsoever. The extra damage boost is absolutely awesome, and just kind of melts those first 3 waves. Doesn't really start to get tough till you get to the golden robots that start coming out. Alright, 4 minutes in, I've got my turret stacked with hers. They've got their supers ready. I'm close to my next one. So if they do go down, the turrets do go down, that's fine. We're stacked near the safe itself. I would prefer to kind of put it on either side just to kind of act as a buffer so that the safe doesn't end up taking direct damage from down below. But, what are you going to do? Alright, we got our next big bot incoming. Shelly's doing a really good job and using her super at the right time. There she goes again. Yeah, just making the boss really, really easy to take down whenever she interrupts like that. Pam's coming alive too, which is great. Now we just got to get the big bot here. Let's knock this out. Perfect. Alrighty, so now we're on to the golden wave, and this is where a lot of groups, especially in random groups, end up falling flat before hitting that 6-minute mark. You get a couple extra rewards, more tokens at the 6-minute mark. So as you can see, despite the fact that we're 5+ minutes in, everything's under control for the most part. Haven't really had to drop too many turrets. The Pam's starting to come alive a little bit more, and there's a little bit more that needs to be done. Exactly what I was worried about, bots coming up from the south and being able to hit that the safe when we're kind of preoccupied. So I might move mine here in a little bit, but not going to move it just for the sake of it right now. We're still going at a pretty good clip. All right, wave 27, and we've got a couple left from the previous wave left. All right, there goes my turret. Get a new one down here in a second. And positioned it just a little bit further south. I didn't drop it exactly where I wanted it to. I wanted that to be the first thing hit instead of the safe, and I kind of missed it. I thought I was standing a little bit lower. All right, teammates are going down. I still have my extra life. Here we go, popping back. And my hope here was that the extra life would come in handy, and maybe I would go down when my teammates weren't down. That didn't work out, and that wasn't the case. So overall, that's all you need to do to get 6 minutes in the weekend event. 8-bit and Pam, if you can do it, you take advantage. 20 tickets, 640 total tokens. Not a bad way to clean up the weekend event with 8-bit and Pam.